Hello, 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 and welcome back, my beautiful people. It's your boy ChocoStream here, and today we are going to do our first ever podcast. And obviously, this is going to be also a video. So, thank you for clicking on this video, and thank you for listening, tuning in on the podcast. Hopefully, this goes well. We'll see how it goes, how we want to do this, but we're just gonna jump in straight into what we would like to talk about today. It would be regarding what happened just early this last week there, because now it's Monday. What happened to George Floyd, one of our brothers that been murdered, and I want to emphasize on that, and I want you to listen and to understand that, right? He's been murdered, right, in broad daylight. Now, I'm guessing most of you have already seen the video by now, and and truth be told, I mean, it's hard to watch, right? It's not something that is easy. It's not something that should be normal. It's not even something that should be considered normal. I mean, it's just straight, just rough and hard and just completely full of, man, it's painful to watch, man. It's just painful to watch, I mean, for those who haven't seen this video yet, it's African American. His name is George Floyd. He was murdered by the police in broad daylight. Yeah, it wasn't even something to say accidental. There's no such thing that would, I mean, no one in their right mind would consider this to be an accident, right? It doesn't even come to mind to call this an accident. It doesn't even come to mind to call this a mistake, because no mistakes were made. Let's be clear on that, right? Just let's take a moment and be clear on that fact. It wasn't a mistake. It was not something like to go like, oops, sorry. I mean, nah. It was straight fact murder, point blank and simple, right? And this has been going time and time and time and time again. It's been going all over the world. It's just been happening and happening. It's just over and over and over again. This is not something that should happen. This is not something that should be normal. This is not something someone should be seeing in their social feed, right? It doesn't make sense. It's just not okay, right? So in that video, you see this human, this fact, straight up human, begging for his life, asking for mercy, pleading the officer to just let him breathe. I mean, man, the guy asked just to breathe. He didn't even say like, release me or unhandcuff me or stuff like that. He just said, I need some air. And at a point to the video, it's so heartbreaking, right? It's just so, it strikes you hard in the core, because the man straight up said, can I have some water? He was just asking, man. He didn't take it from someone. He didn't do anything wrong. He was just asking for something that he has the right to, you know? And to make matters worse, right? The thing that really grinds my gear is that there was two other officers on top of him. And the live footage that a bystander was showing doesn't show you that part, right? It just shows you the part where this man, I won't even say his name, because we do not attune to these type of things. We do not condone to these type of things, because we cannot give this person the how you call this, the goddamn platform to just say his name. We won't say his name, right? If you want to know who's this guy, just look it up. You'll find it, I guarantee you. But we won't talk about this man, because he's not worth talking, right? Okay, we will talk about George Floyd because that is someone that needs to be remembered, and we have to remember him as who he was, right? And the thing that it doesn't show you on social on most of the on the pages is that there was two other officers on top of him, two other officers on top of him. So, and if someone were to be a threat, it for sure, it's for sure, and I guarantee you it wasn't him, right? He was not even a threat at that time. He wasn't even a he wasn't even resisting. And this is a part also which is so frustrating because at a point, right, they were saying, oh yeah, he resisted arrest. Bruh, this is something that police officers forget time and time again. When you are being recorded, you cannot make this kind of claims when videos are showing you the contradictory. You cannot say, "Oh, yeah, he resisted. He didn't comply." While video, we have footage showing before George was even handcuffed, showing you that he was literally complying with officers. He listened to them. He did everything they asked. There's no audio, but you can see that the man is literally doing everything that is being asked. They pull him out of the car. He got out of the car. They put him on the curb. He was on the curb. They put him. They ask him. They at a point you see him like the officer talking to him and then asking to sit down. He sit down. The man was already handcuffed. The man didn't make a scene. And that's the point which is so crazy because they say, oh yeah, you have to comply with officers, you have to listen to an officer. But this is the point where it doesn't make sense. The guy literally listened to an officer. He did exactly what was asked of him. Exactly what was asked of him. Yet they still treated him like he was no one, like he was worthless. He was a human being, for God's sakes. We treat animals better than that. Can you imagine that? We treat animals way better than we treat people. And yet some people find this totally okay. Some people find this totally fine. Some people will find justification for an officer killing someone. And I don't find that, and I strictly do not find the way you would justify someone killing another person. I don't find the way that someone would find this to be just. How? Who in their right mind would say, oh, well, they say he resisted. And so what? Now we know it's not even true. The man literally listened to everything what they asked him to do. He literally followed orders. Man, if you watch that video, you see George he was like, okay, fine. He didn't even make a fuss. Even on the ground, the man was pleading for his life with someone's knee on his neck. He's just worried about his safety, asking for air, pleading for his life, begging. Yet, that man, that horrible man, he's not even a man. This thing, right? Literally just was pressing so hard. This is the part which is so mind-boggling. You can see this so-called officer, right, on with his knee on George's neck, and you can see him pressing. Like you can see him going, like he wants it to, to keep going. He's not even adding light pressure. You can see him forcing. You see man. You can literally see in his eyes that he just wants this man to just go. Like how? Why? Like are you what are you that like insecure? Are you that insecure you want to take advantage of someone that's already been detained, already unhandcuffed, already is listening to you from point A to point B to point Z, right? And you just literally kept going? How does that even make sense? Who in the right mind would say, "Oh well, I gotta show him, right?" Bruh, he literally listened. He literally did everything you guys asked him to do. But yet you still had to go the extra mile, right? It wasn't enough for you, right? Because when you see someone minding their own business, right? It's not enough for you. You need more. You need more. And that's crazy. That's 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 so messed up, right? Because you cannot tell me that you are someone that's supposed to protect citizens, right? Will come in and treat someone this way. And what was this crime? Oh, forgery? It wasn't even true. The guy didn't even forge nothing. Can you imagine that you're literally like going out, you want to buy something as everyone does, right? You're literally going out to buy stuff. Yeah? And someone's gonna be like, "Oh, here's another black man. Let's get this one again." Like, nah, this is scary. Man, it's crazy. I'm all the way in Europe and I'm still concerned about this because this could have been me. This could have been my family up there too. Right? That's the thing. This is the scary part, is that this can be this could be anyone. And especially if you're black. Especially if you're black. And that's where it's just crazy. This is where this thing just, man, ah. And at a point also in that video, you see this other officer claiming, "Oh yeah, he can talk, so he's okay." Bruh, there's 3 of you on top of one man that is unarmed, that is listening to you, that did everything you said, that is not even causing a fuss. He's not resisting arrest. But yet, you still find it legitimate to put so much force on someone. You're literally on this man's feet, back, and neck. And this is where it's so heartbreaking when you hear him say everything hurts. Man, the guy is literally saying everything hurts, but they still just decide to was like, "Yeah, man, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna, keep pressing." And it's just this man, this thing literally is looking at witnesses, right? And he's just looking at them with a straight face, no remorse whatsoever, and just has his knee on his neck. And the part where, man, this is how man, this is how it's so messed up. For more than 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes, on someone's neck, pleading for air, right? Pleading for mercy, right? And most people cannot even hold their breath for more than 30 seconds. Just try this out, right? I urge you right now to try this out. Take a timer, and man, just try this out. I 1 minute on the clock. Have someone add pressure, light pressure, and I'm not even going to the length of what this horrible beast did. I'm not even going to that length. Just light pressure on your neck, and I guarantee you, you won't even hold 30 seconds without gasping for air. And this is what's crazy. This is what's scary. This is what makes complete no sense. This is what gets my man. It makes me wonder what the fuck is wrong with society today, man. Shit is so messed up. People are trying to justify this. People are still putting comments and going like, "Oh well, yeah, they said he resisted arrest, so yeah, they had to use that amount of force." Nah. It doesn't make sense. Bro, this is straight up murder and broad daylight. And we watched that. Take a minute to understand that. We watched someone being killed. And people find this just completely normal. Why is this so messed up? Can you comprehend the fact that you're watching a video of someone dying, and yet still they find it normal to say, "Oh well, yeah, he resisted arrest. It was justified." How the f is that justifiable? Are you dumb? Huh? Man, this is crazy. This is so crazy, man. So messed up. And the part that is so oh my god, this is really messed up, right? It's not until, and I mean it, it's not until paramedics came. They had to pull the officer off of his lifeless body. The officer was still on top of him after he was completely lifeless. He was not breathing anymore. He was not even responding to anything. He was not. You see him just like give in. He was like, "Man, I can't fight this anymore." He was gone. And that officer was still on top of him for at least 2 more minutes on a dead man's body, on someone that's already been killed. You're still pressing. You're still adding pressure. The paramedics came. They had to just pull you off of him, and they just dragged him out like he was just nothing. And yeah, they're gonna claim, "Oh yeah, he died in hospital." I don't believe that. That is some bullshit. The man died on the scene. It happened right there. It wasn't no he didn't die later after that day. He died right there on the spot. On the spot. We saw it on video. There's evidence, there's proof. So don't come with that of yeah, he died later that day. Nah. He should have been alive today. And that's why there's so much chaos in the US right now, because their system is so messed up. It privileges the white people. And then black people are just second to none. They don't get justice. Trayvon Martin didn't get justice. His killer is still running. His killer is still outside running free, man. That's f***ed up. But people still find the way and to justify that. You are telling me that you're just walking, minding your own business, going home, having a hoodie. This is a crime, I'm guessing, right? Having a hoodie on, right? Being threatened. That's just not. This doesn't make sense, man. I'm angry. I'm so pissed because this thing can. That can be me, man. And in today's age, man, you're wondering, and when you're black, you're wondering, like, man, my child, what's going to happen to them? Because this world we live in right now, it doesn't favor the black man. If you're white, man, you Gucci. You got it all figured out. But if you're black, oh man, by all means, man, oof, you got to think 3, 12, 10 times ahead of someone else, right? Because you have to work that much harder to get something you want in that life in today's age as a black man. Yeah? But if you're white, by all means, man, oof, you're chilling. And let me say this right now, okay? To the people out there that are coming with this all lives matter, and yet they don't even understand the movement of Black Lives Matter. Yo, just get out. All right? You're not even concerned in this conversation. It's not even about you. You're not watching someone you're the same skin type as you being killed for no goddamn reason. It doesn't happen every goddamn day. The fact that the Black Lives Matter movement is so important is because they want to show you that this is not okay. It has to change. Because this is not something that should be okay today and today's age. And there's another post that I love because this is something that is so true. I believe that in my heart, is that racism is not getting worse. It's just being recoded. Think about that for a minute. Because the fact is that before we know that racism exists. We know that it is something, it's a fact. We know it's true. We know that studies have shown that black men are most likely to be wrongly convicted. Let me emphasize on that. Wrongly convicted just because of their skin color. It's not a myth. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a fact. Look it up. You will see for yourself. Right? Not here to make some history lesson or whatever, but it's a fact. So when you get that type of study showing that being black will get you in trouble, it's messed up. This should not be okay. This is why the Black Lives Matter movement is so goddamn important, and people are still coming with this, yeah, all lives matter, yada yada yada. This is not even the concern. You don't even understand. Black Lives Matter is for everyone. It's not for one group. It's not just for black people. But you don't get it, because the thing that is happening to black people is also happening to white people. It's just in a much lower number, but it is happening too. So by all means, when you come with your about all lives matter just to just eliminate the Black Lives Matter movement, you sound dumb, you sound stupid, you sound ignorant, you're a bigot. And that's where you don't get it, right? And then they come with this, oh yeah, but what about black on black crime? Bruh, shut the f up. It's not about you. Are you in the streets? Are you black? Do you know how it is? Do you know how it feels? Do you know how it feels to be black? Do you know what it is to be black and then walking down the street and people looking at you differently just because of your skin color? You don't know that. So who are you to be coming and stay in this of, yeah, what about black on black crime? Bruh, we live in a society that brainwashes you to the point of you hating your own goddamn color. Black on black crime doesn't come from some random theory or some random shit. This shit has been calculated, man. From the day you enter school, from the day you're born, everything is pointed towards the fact that anything that is black is bad. I cannot even make this up. There's studies that shows that. So by all means, if you're still thinking that, oh yeah, black on black crime, yada yada yada, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Because this is not about you. This is about everyone. And this is about us. So when you come with your bull crap of yeah, what about black on black crime? Oh, all lives matter. Bro, shut the fuck up. Because you clearly do not understand what's going on right now. You clearly do not get the situation at hand. You clearly don't get how important this is. You don't get it. You just don't get it. And you won't, because you're not concerned. You're not even trying to understand what's going on. You're not even trying to see what's going on. Because we watched a man die live on social media. And the police still try to justify that regarding the fact that there are videos showing the otherwise. And that's the part that is so messed up. And to make matters worse, right? The morgue, I don't know what you call these people that work in morgues, right? They ruled out they publicly showed his autopsy, and they stated that he didn't die of I can't remember how you say this, asphyxiation. He didn't die of that. Oh, apparently he already had heart disease and heart problems and stuff like that. Wow. So you're literally saying, oh yeah, man, it wasn't the police's fault. Nah, he was already sick, so it's okay. Are you kidding me? You're going to tell me there is video showing you the policeman on this man's neck for well over goddamn 9 minutes, right? For well over 9 minutes. He completely shuts down. He doesn't respond. He's dead. But this policeman still kept his knee on his neck. Paramedics had to literally rip the policeman off of his body. And yet you're still coming with this autopsy saying that, yeah, man, it wasn't like that. That's fucked up. That's totally messed up. That's not fair. And just before that, there was Ahmaud Arbery also killed for no reason by two idiots. And what was this young man doing? Take a wild guess of what this man was doing. Minding his own business, going for a jog as everyone should, right? Everyone should be able to just run in their community where they live, right? And then just jog, right? Nah, it wasn't enough for these two fuckers, right? They had to run behind him with a car, chase him down, and kill him. Is this Purge? Am I watching the movie Purge? Because I feel like it, because this is what's going on right now. This feels like Purge, man. If today you have something, you have an issue, and you're white, man, go out, take your gun, and shoot someone. Boom, that's it. And then what? Just a slap on the wrist? And that's not fair. Because a black man that just didn't do anything, that didn't commit any crime, right, will get convicted for no goddamn reason or get killed. How is that? Where's the sense in that? How is that even something completely comprehensible to someone? How is someone's going to say, yeah, well, it's okay, it's all right? How? How? Doesn't make sense. Just doesn't make sense. It grinds my gears. It pisses me off. I'm pissed. I'm pissed and I'm so hurt because man, I don't know if I'm going to post this. I don't know yet, but if I do, thank you for listening. I really appreciate the time you spent with me, and for you that are watching on YouTube, thank you for tuning in on the video. I really appreciate it. And if I do more, just leave a comment on the comment section down below. And if you're listening, if you want more, just just come say hi on my YouTube. So let me know that you enjoyed, and we can talk about more subjects. I mean, I'm here for that, you know. And if you want to have a chat, have a way to set it up, let's go, man. I'm down for that, you know. So yeah, if that's something you're up to, let's do this. But now is the time to take care of one another, love one another, be kind to each other, because this is very important. And remember, stand together, because the enemy, he doesn't look like human. The enemy is out there. The enemy is out there. So take the time to plot, plan. And I mean that, because this is very important. This is for you. This is your future. This is our future. If I could have been on that spot, I would have been out there with you guys. Unfortunately, I can't, but I'm trying to do my best to just put this out there for you and for anyone that didn't know already what was going on. But yeah, once again, I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you watching, whichever you prefer. And yeah, if you have any ideas or want to have more topics, please let them down in the comment section below. And for you that are listening, again, just make sure to say hi, and we'll see what we can do. With that said, I wish you a wonderful day. Stay safe. And as always, I am not the best, and most definitely, I am not the worst. Peace.